Hi and welcome to Preview. My name is Giampapa. Preview.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, cue guy.
Hello and welcome to Preview. For the past 17 years, we have had the pleasure of having the Vice President of Broadway in Boston come on our show and talk about the new theater season. Well, that tradition continues today when we have the Vice President of Broadway in Boston, Tivon, who is in his second year in Boston. And I want to say welcome to our show, Tivon.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here.
Well, it's always wonderful to have you guys come on this show and talk about the new theater season.
Oh, we love it. We absolutely love it.
And this year is no different. It's a fantastic year.
It's a phenomenal year. We're so fortunate. You know, we start the year with the 2015 Tony Award winning Best Musical, and we end the year with the 2016 Tony Award winning Best Musical. So to bookend these best musicals on either side and having these great musicals in between, it's phenomenal.
Well,
it's a great
you've
year.
really rearranged it the right way.
That's right.
Well, the first musical that's coming in is a repeat of Phantom of the Opera. You
That's
want to
right.
say something about that?
Yeah, so this is the brand new production of Phantom of the Opera. It was the same production that was actually in Boston a couple of years ago, but the new production, different than what you might be used to on Broadway.
Right.
Same amazing music and all of that, but updated sets and costumes, just absolutely gorgeous. And we're thrilled to have it. It'll be here in September for 3 weeks only. I know it's a huge favorite of so many folks. We wish we could have had it here longer, but that we could have only get it for 3 weeks.
Well, let's take a look at it right now.
Man and mystery were both in you. Wow, that is stunning. It really is.
Yeah, I love that show.
Well, you're going to follow it up with a show that I admit I don't know too much about. It's called Fun Home. Tell me about that.
Yeah, no. So Fun Home is the 2015 Tony Award winning Best Musical. It's a story truly about family, coming of age. One might think that it's a story about a family that's not exactly theirs, but truly the themes and the the story line and the relationships are everyone's family. It's about this girl growing up in this family, a funeral home she actually works in, and just her discovering herself. Beautiful music, truly remarkable, one that everyone will enjoy.
Let's take a look at it.
All right.
This is Fun Home coming up.
We're exactly alike.
I see everything.
Caption, my dad and I were nothing alike. Maps show you what is simple and true. Try laying out a bird's eye view. Not what he told you, just what you see. What do you know that's not your dad's mythology?
Bad foundation, twisting floorboards, shoddy pipes, a gaping hole. It's a lot to keep under control. Something cracking, something's rotting, piles of ruin and debris. Killing me, crushing me, pushing me. But when the sunlight hits the parlor wall at certain times of day, I see how fine this house could be. I see it so damn clear. What's the matter? Why am I standing here?
Your swagger and your bearing and the just right clothes you're wearing. Your short hair and your dungarees and your lace-up boots and your keys. Oh, your ring of keys. I know you. I know you. I know you.
Tivon, tell me about Love Never Dies.
So Love Never Dies is the sequel to Phantom of the Opera.
Okay.
Love Never Dies had a production in Australia and in the West End. This tour is its North American premiere. So it's 10 years later after the Phantom has disappeared.
Yeah.
Christine has been invited to perform in New York. And so she comes to New York, and as it turns out, the Phantom all this time has been running a theater in Coney Island, New York. The Phantom drops in on Christine and her new son, and her son, not her new son, her son, who as it so happens, also happens to be 10 years old. And I won't give away the rest, but that gives you something to work with. Gorgeous, gorgeous sets, gorgeous costumes. It takes the brilliant music of the Phantom, the original.
That's what I was wondering about.
And
Yeah.
it sort of reimagines it into this amazing original score.
And this is overpowering. It's a great show, but it doesn't have a chandelier, right? Okay. Let's take a look at it. If you loved Phantom of the Opera, you're going to love this one.
100%.
Absolutely beautiful.
Yep.
Wow. Next on the list is Waitress, that started at the ART.
It started at the ART. I saw it there originally. I loved it. I then saw it on Broadway, loved it. It's based off of the movie, for those that don't know, the story of Waitress. Really remarkable, uplifting story about a woman who is trying to make something of herself, and her way of doing it is with pies. And the music is by Sarah Bareilles, music and lyrics by Sarah Bareilles, directed by the brilliant Diane Paulus. Really, truly remarkable, a big hit on our season.
Well, I'm thirsty for a piece of pie. Let's take a look at it. Waitress. Here's the show I'm looking forward to, the story of Gloria Estefan called On Your Feet.
On Your Feet.
Yeah.
And truly, it will get you on your feet. The music, the dancing, it's wonderful.
Is this a biography of
That's
her
right.
life?
So it's the story of, the true story of Gloria and Amelia Estefan. And everything from, you know, her as a little girl growing up in Miami, trying to make it in the music industry, through, you know, her terrible car accident and her recovering from that, and then, you know, becoming a big star again, yet again, really having to do it twice. A story that is truly uplifting and so much fun with all the music and the dancing.
Is it similar to the Carol King
Beautiful,
story?
right. So, you
Yeah.
know, interesting comparison,
That
yes.
type of story.
Yeah, so, so it's the musical about her, you know, Gloria Estefan, and with all of her music. So similar in that way to Beautiful with Carol King.
Okay, let's take a look at that. Yeah. I'm really looking forward to that one.
It's so much fun.
It really
You're going to
is,
love
yeah.
it.
Well, you've got Aladdin coming in. That's in July of next year.
That's right. So
Yeah.
July of 2018 for 5 weeks.
5 weeks?
5
Oh,
weeks. We're absolutely thrilled to have it. And, you know, everyone knows the Disney animation, you know, the Disney
Yes,
movie. Certainly something that I always have loved. And it is really, is it possible for them to take that amazing movie and make it even better into a Broadway musical? Yes, it is. And what's really cool too is there's some songs in the musical, the Broadway musical, that were originally going to be in the film that were cut.
Oh,
and
really?
and they're back in here, and then there's new music as well for the Broadway musical. The sets, the costumes, the performances, everyone is going to love it. It's not just for the family, but also for a date night. It's for the adults too.
Tell me, is this a Disney produced?
It is. So it's Disney's Aladdin. Absolutely.
Who wrote the music?
Alan Menken.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's remarkable, beautiful music with all those hits from the film. And a genie that everyone is just going to love.
You know, you never can go wrong with a Disney feature.
That's right.
Yeah, that's
That's
for
right.
sure. Let's take a look at
All
that
right.
one. Yeah. What else can I say about Aladdin?
You know, just again, that it is really for the entire family, as you
Yes,
saw
yeah.
from that clip. Kids, adults, grandparents, from, 8 to 108.
Okay, yeah. Well, you've got really, there's 2 shows in the season that are really aimed at children. Fun House would be one, and Aladdin would be the other.
Yeah, I would say Aladdin for sure. Fun Home, yes, you can.
To an extent.
I would say PG-13
Okay.
would, if we had to compare it to a movie rating. But Aladdin, yes, truly for the whole
Right,
family.
yeah.
And you know what? Honestly, On Your Feet would be great to bring kids to as well.
Yeah, well, there are a lot of Esteban fans.
There are.
Yeah, absolutely.
There are. And of course, you know what? Actually, I'll say my very first Broadway musical ever was Phantom of the Opera, and I remember
Really?
it crystal clear. So, bring kids to, the whole family to Phantom of the Opera,
yeah.
truly.
That reminds me, when you talk about that, I was a kid when I first went to the theater, and the first thing I ever saw was A.B.'s Irish Rose.
Oh,
But
wow.
then my parents took me to the opera, the real opera, and it's reminds me of you going to see Phantom of the Opera.
Yeah.
Same thing. I was, I think, 14 years of age.
Right.
But we're getting off the subject. Let's talk about the Book of Mormons, which is back for what, the 3rd time?
The fourth time.
fourth
I
time.
know, believe it or not, we're so lucky to have it again.
Wow.
After selling out
Oh, my
every
word.
single run, 2 weeks only in August of 2018. What more to be said about Book of Mormon? Everyone loves it.
I know, they really do.
Yeah.
Well, let's take a peek at it.
Okay.
Okay.
2 by 2, we're marching door to door, 'cause God loves Mormons and he wants some more. A 2-year mission is our sacrifice. We are the army of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
What else can I say about that? It's got something to offend everybody.
It does have something to offend everyone, but the thing that I always tell people about Book of Mormon is, yes, it sort of pokes fun at
Yeah.
religion, but the message at the end of the day, at the end of the musical,
It's
is serious in the sense that religion is something that is perhaps inside of all of us.
Right.
Religion is something that is very meaningful and does so much good. And we don't even have to call it religion. We can just call it spirituality or whatever you want to call it. And I think at the heart of the Book of Mormon, it really is about that. I know it's easy to get distracted by all the jokes, but
No, but that's good reason to bring it back again.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Okay, well now what everybody is waiting for.
I know
the musical
of maybe the
forever.
century, who knows, the millennial.
Probably. Well, we're talking about
Hamilton.
and it comes in September.
So-
And it's going to be here for what, 2
9
months?
9 weeks.
9 weeks?
Yeah,
Wow.
we were so fortunate
That's
to
wonderful. Oh.
have it here for 9 weeks. We're absolutely thrilled. Truly, as we were just saying, it is the biggest thing to hit Broadway.
Yes.
Not just Broadway, the biggest thing
But the
to
world,
hit,
I think.
the world. But it's topping the music charts. It's
Mm-hmm.
topping, certainly the Broadway gross charts. It's topping everything. It is on everyone's mind. Everyone knows what Hamilton is. There hasn't been a show that has really penetrated into our culture, our modern
Yes,
culture, that like Hamilton has. Probably since one might say the golden age of Broadway.
Right,
When people were listening to Broadway musicals on the radio, where now Hamilton is something that people listen to.
Well,
they
we had
know
that
it.
golden age of theater in the, I think in the 50s and the 60s.
Right.
Rodgers and Hammerstein and,
Yep.
all those people. But this is like, this is bigger.
This is bigger, and one might say it's even brought back a golden age.
I think it has, yeah. It's done
today.
a lot for theater.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Well, we're teasing our audience, but let's show them
All right,
a
let's
scene
take a
from
look.
Hamilton now.
I'm past patiently waiting, I'm passionately smashing every expectation, every action's an act of creation. I'm laughing in the face of casualties and sorrow. For the first time, I'm thinking past tomorrow. And I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey yo, I'm just like my country, I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. We're gonna rise up, time ticks away my mouth, throwing away my shots.
You know, it's amazing how they can remember the dialogue and
Oh,
something like that.
you know,
How do they do that?
with a musical like that, it is truly outstanding because there are so many words, and you know, it's so brilliantly done and staged that even if you miss a word, it's okay because you're still following the story. People ask, is Hamilton really worth all of that hype? 100%.
The answer is yes.
Yes, it is, and then more some. I haven't had an experience like that in the theater in a very long time. When I first saw Hamilton,
really,
yeah, it truly. It was pretty close to perfect.
Did you see it with the original cast?
I saw it with the original cast, and I also saw it without the original cast, with a new cast. And I'll say that it doesn't matter. It's just the same, just as good. Lin-Manuel Miranda, the creator, and who also played Hamilton in the original cast, unbelievably brilliant, but. Everyone who has played that character since equally as unbelievably brilliant. And actually, each actor brings their own something, right?
Their own version.
And I say, gosh, if you get a chance to see it more than once, see it again with a different cast, because it's just, every time you see it, you see something new. It's truly remarkable.
Whoever thought that a story of an assassination would be such a tremendous hit?
Yeah, it's so true. It goes to say that the brilliant storytelling of Lin-Manuel Miranda and just the brilliant direction and choreography and the music and the lyrics all put together made something that was, essentially a story about, it was a 1,000-page book about Alexander Hamilton, which one might say could be a little dry, into something that is now a cultural phenomenon. I also think that folks love to know a story about themselves, about the history of themselves, and this is one about the history of our country that is a very meaningful and important story.
That's a very good analysis of the show. I never looked at it that way.
Yeah.
But I mean, we love our country.
We do.
And, when we see something like that, it's just fantastic. It's tremendous. And it's marvelous the way the theater can project something like that, and make it so appealing to everybody.
Absolutely. It is truly for all. And I would say, you might not bring the real little kids to this, but absolutely high schoolers, middle schoolers, this is something that everyone needs to see.
Everyone will love it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, it looks like our time is running out, Tivon.
Oh, no.
It's so good to have you with us.
It was my pleasure.
It's a pleasure to have you here. Thanks
Thank
so
you
much
very
for being
much.
with us. Well, that's our show for this time. I want to thank Ann Sheehan and Joanna Garby for helping get this show together. My name is Giampapa. Thanks for watching Preview. Bye-bye.